rabbits that I brought with me today, Filbert, Muffy, and Maddie. And Filbert, I'll introduce him. He was a rescue rabbit. Sorry about the scruff, I have to do two-handed stuff, or one-handed stuff. This white scar on his back is all from being attacked by a dog when he was a baby. And he was going to be snake food. And a kind lady rescued him and boarded him with me when he was a baby. And as he grew, he had So that's exactly what he did. He did one hurdle, which is fine, and the reward is being able to go back home. He's a little freaked out by the microphone, I think. So what I'm going to do is just kind of tell you what I'm going to do and then have my sister hold the mic so I don't scare him, and I'll kind of tell you what's going on. When you train a rabbit, they will do it really good in the area that you first train them. So it's a little bit difficult to transfer it to this part. So I brought all their equipment that they're used to jumping on, but what I'm going to do is walk them through the course first. I call this checking for tigers. So they're going to be sniffing, they're going to be walking, they're going to be doing this with their head. They're going to be trying to figure out, is this a safe place to do it? As they go through a few times, I'm going to raise the level of the hurdles. And then the reinforcement for doing the trick is either going to be food, it's going to be pets on the roof, or it's going to be escape. They're going to be allowed to go back here and be with their friends. Now the interesting thing about it is they can't go back with their friends until they leave home, right? So the only way to get that, oh, I get to go home feeling, is to go away. So a lot of times when they escape from the front yard, I'll find them down working out on the agility equipment when I'm not even around with the clicker and treats. They really just like to do it. And part of it is that release. Like, I get to go exploring, now I get to go back. And you've probably seen that in your own rabbits when they find new territory. They really want to explore the new territory, but then they run back to a safe place. And then they go back and forth like that. It's just rabbit behavior. Okay, so I'm going to put Filbert through, and Heidi will hold the mic. Had a 36-inch vertical jump. He could jump out of a 3-foot X-pen without even touching the rail when he was about 3 months old. And he would come into cat door and find me. And he wants to go under the table too. Yay, Gilbert!
Since Filbert actually wants to go home, Andrea will take him and start him at the other end. So he'll go home real fast. He'll probably start doing it on his own after a while, but the first couple times he needs to kind of check things out. Here comes Maddie. Maddie was actually on PetStar.
I'm ready to go. Go. Oh, well.
Dutch is better at this than the Rhinos.
Dutch is bigger.
Can you see?
Maddie's looking for a little shade right now. She's not done it.
Yeah, this is a new setup at this end. Usually I have the same area there.
Wow, hero.
Tell her about her. Maddie's cool. She was dumped at the shelter with a broken back leg and fully matted fur. And Jean Silva from Buns kept her bandaged and safe and quiet for 6 weeks. And by the end of the 6 weeks, she was going nuts. And she also had a 36-inch vertical jump and could just clear a 3-foot X-Man with no problem. So Jean knew I loved Angoras and knew I was training agility, and so she said, I've scouted out the perfect route for you. So Maddie, I guess PetStar scouted us. They were looking for bunnies to be on the show PetStar, and they did a web search and came up with these guys because Filbert had done a bunny festival about 4 years ago. And so we started training 5 of them, and we trained them everywhere, at schools, parks, his TV studio, all kinds of different locations. And so these guys were on PetStar in 2003, and Maddie was the star. She was the most reliable about doing the tricks. And then Muffy kind of stole the show because she's got long fur. She's kind of silly looking. And then last year, actually it was earlier, no, it was last year, Heidi, wasn't it? When did the Japanese people come last year? They had a TV program, a 2-hour special that aired in Japan. It was from animals all over the world, and they came over and filmed Muffy in the front yard. And her course is about 1.5 times this length in the front yard, and she did over 80 hurdles during the filming. And I was really impressed. For a little bunny with a broken leg that somebody abandoned, she's really gone far. So let's put him through again and raise the hurdles up a little bit, and you can see what's going on.
What are they supposed? They're supposed to jump over the water things.
Roll.